wave. Where's my horn? Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co host, OMW, Nikki G, and this is another episode of Anime After Hours. Hit a horn one time. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Yo, big shout out to everyone in the space. As you know, we do have a pre-show giveaway that we do every week, and if we hit a certain amount of people in the space, which today was 24, then that will unlock an extra giveaway on top of the main show giveaway that we normally do, courtesy of our partners VV Digital Collectibles. So shout out to you guys in the space for doing that, and we're gonna kick things off with seeing who won that at the beginning. But before we do that, we're going to have a brief message from our affiliate partners, VV Digital Collectibles. What does VV you say? Well, I thought you would never ask. Here we go. Hey, what's up? My name is Emoji, and I'm here with Nikki G and OMW, and we're bringing you Anime After Hours. But before we do that, I want to give a brief shout out to our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks from brands that you love, like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. Take your collecting to the next level with VV Digital Collectibles and check out the link in our description box below or use the QR code that you see on the screen for $10 off your first purchase.
This is an interactive show and podcast recorded live in front of an online audience. Those in the crowd on X are welcome to join in on the conversation, but know that all conversations that take place during the show will be published across multiple platforms. With this being a live interactive show and podcast, please be mindful of your speech.
And now, let's get back to the show. Hey, we are back. What's up? What's up? What's up? I got OMW here on stage with me. Bro, how you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. It's been a wonderful week. It's been a wonderful month.
I felt like you were
Uh,
going to say wonderful. Just felt applicable, but okay, I'll let you continue to go.
Pineapple Gang, shout out non-fungible, wonderful. You know the vibes. No, I had to. Uh, no, it's been real good, man. It's been real good. I'm very excited. Very excited for all the anime stuff happening in the space. We just wrapped up on the voting yesterday for the Crunchyroll Awards, so.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm looking forward to these results. This is gonna be a good time. Good time,
Nice.
good time. Good time coming.
Nice. I'm looking forward to getting into that, but I do want to real quick reward our first giveaway once again for everyone here. We do have a giveaway at the very start, a potential giveaway at the very start of the show. If we get 24 people in the X space before the show starts, that will unlock an extra giveaway for the crowd. And you know what? The crowd was able to do it. Give it up for the crowd. So, what we will do on my end, and if you check out the live stream pinned to the top, we're going to roll this in real time. We're going to find out the winner of this first giveaway right now. Once again, you do have to be here in order to claim your prize. If you aren't here, then someone else will take it. But let's see. All right, we're going to grab the link right here. Boom. This is going to be once again off of likes and reposts of the space. We'll throw that in here. Boom. And we will roll it in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and now the winner is being selected, and the winner is. Do we have Augustus in the building? Is Augustus still here?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Shout out Augustus, our winner of the pre-show giveaway. Appreciate you for coming here early and supporting the show, and appreciate for everyone that made the pre-show giveaway happen, because if we didn't hit that 24 mark, you definitely wasn't going to get anything. All right, back to the show. Yo, we got the Crunchyroll Awards coming up, bro. Like, and you know what's funny about this is we have the Crunchyroll Awards coming up, and wait, where's OMW? Did he leave? Yo, he got booted. All right, I think OMW got rugged. I'm just gonna talk to you guys in the crowd. All right, so we got the Crunchyroll Awards coming up, and the crazy thing about it is, you know, in this space, specifically in this VV space, I feel like a different level of hype because you have people that are like paying attention to it now, especially now with solo leveling and solo leveling dropping on Vivi and now people discovering it for the first time. I've seen so many stories of people, saying that up here we go. We got OMW coming back up. Let me just invite him up. But I've seen so many stories of people saying, you know what, I'm not into anime. I've never really watched an anime before, but I'm hearing about it through this VV drop. Let me give it a try, and they're like, you know what, I actually like this show. This actually is pretty cool. OMW, are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, I don't know. I was just talking about as far as the reception that we've been getting so far from from solo leveling and people discovering it for the first time after this drop, and this being ultimately kind of like seeming like a gateway for people discovering anime, especially in this day and age. What do you think? Has that been the consensus with you, with people checking it out for their first time?
Yeah, I think so. It's been very interesting to see how many people are actually watching this show now
Mm-hmm.
because of the announcement. So,
Yeah, and you know
but
what?
it is a
Mm-hmm.
good gateway though. It's definitely a good gateway because it's not like uh slow,
It's very
you know.
fast paced. Typically shonen end up being pretty good gateways, or that demographic I should say, end up being good gateways, or accessible, right? Especially out to the west. But yeah, I'm finding that a lot of people are discovering it, which is, I'm excited about. Uh has anyone watched it that you talked to that you kind of like, this person is never gonna watch anime, and then they started watching it, and then you were like, see, I told you you should be watching this the whole time.
Uh oh, Millie, right? Didn't
That's
all
the
Millie start
first
watching
person I
that?
thought of, bro. That's the first
Bruh.
person I thought of.
Yeah, like
Yo, Amelie was trying to avoid anime like the plague, bro. Like he was like, nah, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch that stuff. Now he's hooked, and
yeah,
I'm loving
that
it.
was just one person. That was just one person that it just stood out to me. Also, uh,
Fit.
Jaco,
Uh. Uh.
we watched like when I was watching Solo Leveling back in the day,
Mhm.
like I was like, guys, it was awesome, and like I convinced him to watch it. He's never watched anime, and he was like, whoa, this is pretty fire.
Mhm.
So, and then he watched it in like 2 days,
Mm. Yeah,
and
I
then read the
think
manga. I was like, damn.
I think a lot of people are kind of like giving it a chance, and sometimes that's all it takes. I think Phil is another one that that gave it a chance, and I think he was saying that he was enjoying it. I could be wrong. I could have just made all of that up, but you know what? We're gonna go with it because he's not on stage.
No, I
Uh,
remember Phil said that last week I think you downloaded Crunchyroll to watch Solo
mm,
Leveling.
okay, okay. So with that, right? Like it makes me excited because it's kind of like, all right, well, what else are people going to dive into? What else is something that people will give a chance? And looking at this roster of things that's nominated for awards, you have a lot that solo leveling is obviously one that's nominated for multiple awards, but you have another one that is a brand new show, right? Like literally this is the first season, and from what it looks like, I think this is it, right? I don't see how the story will expand beyond this, but it's very short, six episodes. Takopi's Original Sin. Uh, Question: did you watch this show before I was like, we're gonna talk about it during Anime After Hours, or did you watch it because we were gonna talk about it during Anime After Hours?
And I watched it before.
You watched it
I watched it when
before.
it first came out. Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes when it first came out.
Okay.
And then like I took a 2 3 week break because I was like, bruh, what the hell?
It's a lot. It's a lot. You know what? Okay, we're gonna do we're gonna dive in, but before we do that, let me just go over the giveaway for the people in the crowd, especially if you're new, on how to participate in the mainline giveaway and also the hidden giveaway. We do have, a typical hidden giveaway, which is kind of like a Hail Mary, but if it works, then hey, you guys just secured another giveaway for yourselves. All right, so the main show giveaway, if you look at the top of the space, and I believe OMW, you've already posted it, right?
Yes.
Okay, if you look at the top of the space, you will see three hidden doors. Hidden door number one, hidden door number 2, and hidden door number 3. Now, you guys in the audience can cast your votes as the show goes on as far as what door we will enter into before the night is done. Now, what is potentially behind those doors is the method that we will choose as to who will win the giveaway for tonight. There's three different possibilities. One is by liking and reposting the X space. Another possibility is by liking and reposting the live stream. That is the visual component that is also pinned to the top of the X space where you can see me waving. And the third way is by commenting in the live stream. Tag one person in your comment and name or show a GIF of your favorite anime or animated thing. Each comment equals one entry, which means the more comments you have, the more likelihood you have of winning. Those are the three different possibilities. Those are three different options that can be behind one of those doors, but we don't know which door we will enter into until the end of the night. So it's a surprise. Best way to cover all your bases is to do everything. Outside of that, outside of that, we do have the hidden giveaway, which is if we're able to get a notable influencer or handle into this space, that will unlock another giveaway for you guys. And today, the handle is actually, you know what? Dub, do you want to do this? I'm gonna give you a countdown. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. The handle is
5, 4, 3, 1.
Crunchyroll. If you can get Crunchyroll into this space, ooh, you might not unlock just one giveaway, but you might unlock
7,
two giveaways.
not
Oh
7,
my goodness.
not 7 giveaways.
No,
No. Oh,
no, no, no,
okay. All right. I tried, guys. I tried. All
no.
right. All right, well there you have it. So cast your votes at the top for the hidden doors. Make sure you do all three of those things if you want to guarantee your entry in the giveaway. That's liking and reposting the space, liking and reposting the live stream, and commenting in the live stream. Tag one person, tell us your favorite anime. And why not throw Crunchyroll in those tags too? Because if they pop into this space at any time during this show, the real handle, we will check to verify. But if they pop into the space at any time during this show, that will unlock as OMW said, two giveaways. So we are sitting on one guaranteed and two possibilities, and we already gave away one. All right. Looking like a good show so far. All right. Back to Takopi's Original Sin. So, OMW, you said that you watched this show prior to this, right? When it first came out. What motivated you to check it out? Like what made it catch your radar?
It was new. That's it.
You
That's it,
oh, so
bro.
you just be pot like just as soon as you see something new on Crunchyroll, you just like, oh, this is new. I'm about to watch it.
If it's new and if it looks different, or
Uh
if it has like uh a title with at least 5 words in it, I might watch it.
huh.
For
Okay.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'll try it out. You know,
Hmm.
I probably won't finish it if it's
If it's
not my
mid,
favorite, or yeah, if some fire drops in between, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get back to the last 4 episodes next
yeah,
year. You see what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was new, and it was. You talking about how it looks. I mean, visually, this show is very unique. You know what it reminded me of a lot? It reminded me, and I'm talking about the visual of it. Fully Cooley, and we did talk about that show on this show before. But did you kind of get those vibes too?
What really reminded me of Fooly Cooly was the
What?
episode count.
I mean, that too. That too. But I felt like because there was some very like abstract things with the art and things like that, and certain ways that things were drawn that I don't know, just gave me fully coolly vibes. I mean, it looked beautiful, right? Like the artwork on it was amazing, but the message, bro. Um, you said you had to take a break a little bit when you watched it, or you had to sit
Right,
and.
there was. Listen, I was watching it when it first came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was week by week.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, cool. Week one, all right, let me watch these other shows. Let me see what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Stumbled across this episode and I was like, wow. Wait, is Millie on stage?
I don't know. Millie, are you here? I don't see him on stage, but it could be X glitching out. I see him in the crowd.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I saw it and I was like, huh, interesting. Let me watch this. This is different from what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Um, and then the end of the first episode, I was like, God damn, bro, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a fire is gonna cook. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, all right, I gotta watch the second episode. Second episode, I was like, bro, what is happening in this show? Who wrote this? Who wrote this?
The
And after
writing
that, I
on
was
the
like, all
show.
right.
Yeah.
I was like, the third week came out. I was like, man, do I want to do that right now? You know?
It was heavy. It was a very heavy show, and it's funny because I was telling after I watched it, I hit up OBL, and I was just like, I have a recommendation for you, but this is a heavy show, and I would say probably this is like, before I used to always say, oh, Grave of Fireflies is probably one of the most heaviest thing I've watched. I think this beats Grave of Fireflies. I think it does. Um this show, so just to fill people in, the show is this alien comes to Earth, this little cute, and it balances out, this kind of cute little aspect with the darkness of what they're touching on. But this cute little alien comes to Earth, and ultimately it meets this little girl that's being bullied, and you're seeing, and I'm not going to go too much into spoilers, but like you're seeing how this plays out, and is pretty brutal. And the alien tries to use all their happy gadgets, so to speak, to try and help the situation. But you realize throughout the show that there's really no gadgets to fix things, and also no one in this show is really good. Maybe the kid, maybe the boy with glasses and his brother, but like you the people that
But
you
is
feel
he
bad
though?
for.
But is he though? I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy because it spins everything on his head. Like you'll start feeling bad for someone, and then you'll see other sides of them, and then you're gonna hate them. And and you're getting all of this in like 6 episodes, and it's an emotional roller coaster. It is. And you're kind of left with like, dang, like humanity kind of sucks. Um, I I don't know. Like, what were your thoughts, bro? Like, kind of like it was a lot to process with this show.
It was a lot to process. I thought, you see, it it made you question humanity in some aspects,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminded me of Parasite, the Maxim,
Mm.
I believe that's what it's called,
Mm-hmm.
because it also at points made you, rethink how we see everyday life.
Yeah. You know. You.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that it's pretty powerful when they can pull on that emotional reaction through an anime. And
Yeah.
it's
Through.
not the most fast-paced anime either, which
Mm-hmm.
is interesting.
Yeah, and through storytelling, right? And one thing that was interesting about this is because, all right, you're seeing these different facets of these people, right? And different characteristics of these people, but you're also seeing what made them like that, right? So with every victim, there's a reason, as far as, or I should say, with every bully, there's also the part of it is how they're a victim, and it plays a lot also too with parents, the impact that parents have on their kids, and in turn how their kids take that out on their peers. And yeah, it was heavy. It made me think a lot too, like even as a parent, right? Like you think about, as far as the effect that you have on your children. And I'm talking about, like, I mean, in the show, you're covering different types of abuse. You're covering, whether it be like physical or emotional abuse, and I'm talking about parent to child, physical or emotional abuse. You're covering negligence, right, where it's just like the parent isn't there, and that type of effect that it has on a child. And you're also talking about pressure, right, like the need to be perfect, the and the expectation that a parent could put on a child to be perfect, and how that could also have a damaging impact. And you're having these kids that have all of this type of background, and now you throw them together to deal with one another, and then this is what you get. um it was, yeah, it was really profound. um Dub, now we've talked a lot about as far as when it comes to storytelling, right? And how, anime is, even though it's animated, right, you can tell very in depth, very mature stories through the art of animation. And this, I mean, you would agree that this is a pretty, mature show as far as the topics and and just the writing of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Would
It's,
you
it's definitely not for the youngest of audiences.
Yeah, yeah. Would you say that this is a good example to showcase as far as the range that you can find in anime, especially in like maybe a drama based type of thing, or something that is more emotional, as opposed to, like, let's say your Solo Leveling, which is kind of like a just an action thing, trying to grow stronger. This obviously plays more in your emotions.
Yes, I think it's a different chapter of anime that everyone should experience
Mm,
uh, at some point, especially like the people who think that anime is just for kids. You know,
yeah.
they'll definitely realize really quickly in this quick 6 episode series
Hmm.
that it's not that's definitely not the case. So
Yeah. Um, I do have another question for you about this, right? So, I mean, we talked about as far as just how heavy the show is. Do you do you think that there was anything, for you about the show that was light or encouraging, or would you say that the show is more so kind of like just a dark show, or was there anything that you found as far as pick me ups, or because I know you kind of like probably set with this and thought about it a lot after watching it.
I think the overall story and message at the end is
Hmm.
where you know I don't want to say too much, man. Like it'll
Vague,
spoil the
say it
whole.
vague, say it vague, vaguely.
Uh,
Or say instead of saying what happened, maybe how maybe what happened applied to you, right? Like, did was there anything? Because I feel like this is one of those shows. Is very
I think
uh
overall, right, the
yeah.
show is able to inform its audience that humans will be humans and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, life be life and get the best out of life and enjoy it because you just never know what the world could look like with any interaction that you have, you know,
Hmm.
um, similar to like butterfly effect.
Yeah, right. You never know what the impact that you have. That was one thing for me, right? Like, you never, like, everyone was affected by something someone else did, and it kind of like painted the picture of what that was, and how it affected them. Like, this girl was physically abusive to her peers because she was physically abusive at home, right? But then also too, that was an effect based off of something else that was going on in the home that triggered even the mom to act that way. And there was so many different domino effects where you can kind of point the figure at, well, I'm this way because of this, and then, well, this person is this way because of this, and then this person is this way because of this. And it felt like this whole big what, because in a way they were all kind of like interconnected, right? Like, a lot of the reason, especially between the two girls, a lot of the reasons as far as why they were acting the way towards each other was this whole web of their families kind of like being connected.
Oh, I can
At
see
least,
where you're coming from.
yeah. But just to give an overview, right? Like of this. So I have up the nominees for the Crunchyroll Awards this year, and just letting you guys know what this has been nominated for. So Takabi's Original Sin is nominated for the big one, Anime of the Year. It is one of the nominees for that. It is nominated for Best New Series, so it is nominated for that as well. Let's see. It's nominated for Best Animation and nominated for Best Character Design and nominated for Best Director. Uh, is it nominated for this too? And I think that might be it. Isekai drama. Oh, best drama is nominated for best drama as well. And I think that's oh no, actually Takabi is also nominated for character best anime with character you must protect at all costs. That's interesting cuz what did you think of Takabi? The little alien.
He, uh, he was cool. It was cool. You know, just so naive.
Yeah.
Just so
He's
naive.
he's up against
Just
Anya from Spy Family. I think Anya's going to win that.
oh yeah, I would. Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I did
Nah.
like him. He was cute. He was like a
he
cute little
he
stuffy
was
thingy.
cool. He was
Yeah,
cool. But like, man, I got love for Takopi. I definitely got love for Takopi. But like,
yeah. So so I
oh, you
think
got
that
Anya.
that's
You got Anya. Like,
yeah. Anya's like low key kind of iconic. Like she's everywhere, especially if you go to cons and stuff. But okay. So I think that sums it up, right? The things that I named were the things that it's nominated for. I'm going through it. Yeah, that just wraps it up. So I mean, quite a few categories, quite a few big categories as well. Do you think that there's anything in that list that you would say you would give it the W for?
probably uh maybe the best new series.
Best new
Maybe.
series. So okay,
What's it up?
okay.
What's it up against? What's it
So
up
best
against in
new
that?
series is up against Clevitas, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, Gachikuta. That actually got a lot of
Oh,
Sakamoto Days, and Summer
oh,
Hikaru Died. Ah,
damn.
yeah. I mean,
It got some competition.
Gachikuta was also like another one that was everywhere.
Gotcha, cause it's really good.
Yeah. Although in that list, I'd probably say Clivitas is probably my favorite one though.
Uh,
But yeah, so best new series, uh best animation, I mean it's up against Solo Leveling for that for best animation. Um but for
I don't
me,
think it got the best animation, bro. If I'm gonna be honest
yeah,
with you, I'm sorry. Like,
but for me, I mean best director was one. I think this was a very well
yeah,
directed.
I could say, yeah, best
Yeah.
director.
And
Yep.
and also
If it
another
was to
one.
win one.
Yeah, and also another one was best drama. It's nominated for as well,
Hmm.
which I could
I,
see
I
that.
think I think we could take that. I think we
Yeah.
could take that as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so I could see it winning those two. I don't know about anime of the year. I mean that is the
I
big
don't
one.
know.
You
I
got
don't
you got the
know.
winner from last year in it as well, Solo Leveling season 2 for anime of the year. And oh wait, no.
I don't think it's on the
No, it's
list for
not.
anime of the
No, no,
year.
no, no, no,
It's
no.
not.
It's not on the list for anime of the year. It's on it for like action and stuff. But no, anime of the year. Apothecary Diaries season two, Dan to Dan, Gachakuda, My Hero Academia final season, The Summer Hikaru Died, and Takopi Original Sin. Honestly, bro, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about this, but that last season of My Hero Academia affected me, bro. Like it actually really affected me.
Bruh, bruh,
Because yeah, that's like it's the culmination of like years of.
bruh. If you thought I was gonna put anything else for anime of the year from that list besides My Hero Academia
Okay, so
final
it's not
season,
just
out your
me.
mind,
It's
bro.
not just
Nah,
me.
dude.
All right. It's not
What?
just me. It's
Yo,
not just me. It's
bro,
not
that
just me.
yo, bro, and he was just bro, like, and then you hear the pop. Oh my! And then they locked eyes. Was like, "You alive? I bet, bet, bro. Crazy,
There was a
crazy,
lot of chill, like just chill, like you get chill moments, right? Like chills down your spine
crazy."
moment. But also too, I mean, this is a long running show, and I feel like they wrapped it up very well. I mean, obviously they still have that final episode that they're doing, but I feel like they wrapped it up very well, and I really felt sad that it was ending. Like I was like, oh, this is like an end of an era. Um, so that one I'd say probably hit me the most emotionally. Not only just for that season, but for every like the whole story told leading up to it. So yeah, I think that they might get that. But for Takabi, I do see director and best drama. And speaking of director, right? Like this show was directed very well. Um and this goes back to right like the story told and whatnot, but it was told in a very unconventional way because I mean I guess you could say the main character was Takabe, right? Like even though at first it maybe didn't
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it maybe didn't present as that because you may gravitate towards human characters first, but once you start, feeling bad for characters and then hating characters and things like that, you kind of just center around Takabe, and feel for him. And you're kind of like the observer in all of this. But yeah, I
You see,
think.
that's why it really
Mhm.
related to like Parasite for me,
Okay.
because it's a lot of those same similarities between what's his name, me, whatever the Parasite
Hmm.
and Takapi. Like they had a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
Uh,
except the parasite was trying to kill everyone, and Takapi was trying to make the
yeah.
world happy.
You
Yeah, but I see what you mean.
see what I'm saying? I feel like the Parasite grew to know faster than
Hmm.
Takapi did. But
Yeah,
amazing storytelling for Takapi's original sin.
for sure, for
Great
sure.
show.
Yeah, I hope it wins it. I hope it wins it. So, you know,
I think it should definitely win best drama. Definitely,
yeah,
hands down.
it's against and Shirley, Apothecary Diaries too, which I'm hearing from Nas Clint. Nas Clint keeps raving about Apothecary
Apothecary Diaries was
Diaries.
fire, bro.
Okay. Apothecary Diaries season two, Blue Box, Orb, on the movement of the earth, and Summer Hikaru died. That's it. So Summer Hikaru died. I also see a lot too, and I'm thinking I may because that was just on Netflix, and I feel like that's a short one as well, a relatively short. Maybe we should review that at some point leading up to this because that I see that nominated for a lot, but still, yeah, I would go with Takapi. I think Takapi was I think it might win both of those. But for our audience, right, as we gear and get ready for the Crunchyroll Awards, because we'll be covering it once it does happen. I think it's on the 23rd, which is a let me check my calendar real quick. March 23rd, which is a Saturday. So we'll be covering the results the Thursday afterward on the 28th. And we'll be talking about as far as, what do we think of who won and things like that. But for the audience, right, as they kind of like familiarize themselves and get ready for the Crunchyroll awards, and kind of dive into some of this stuff to see what's on the table or what's on the list. Uh, what would be your pitch to tell them to check this out? If you would tell them to check it out, or if you would tell them to avoid it like a plague.
um, I think if you are into shows that are more than just brain rot and would like to take a peer into the other side of the world and see how they interpret television, I think this is a great little watch for you. If
Yeah,
you have if you have 2.5 hours out of your life
yeah. It's
to
it's
experience some good television, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. It's a quick watch, right? But also too, it shows that when it comes to, anime, there's a lot of topics that are covered and not really shied away from at all. There's some, not to give it away, but there's some scenes in the show that are very uncomfortable. And I think that a lot of the entertainment that we may be used to over here, out in the West, uh, you have a lot of things that it may be borderline between censorship, or may just it just may be taboo to cover it. And I find
Mhm.
that, especially with anime, and especially like shows like this, it takes that risk. It paints a very real curious what y'all think. Just give me one sec. I was looking at the chat.
Yeah.
But it paints a very real picture of what life can be, and it doesn't look away from it, and it doesn't let you look away from it. And I mean, obviously, that can be something that could be triggering. It could be something that can take a certain amount of strength to watch. But I'm always big into, if you can affect me emotionally, like as an artist or as a product, you're doing your job. And this did its job. It definitely did affect me emotionally. I see in the chat, you guys, you want to rate. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so I think that Taco was I don't know. Takopi was the funniest. I haven't seen in a long time. Um, yeah, I have someone in the chat talking about Takopi, and that's the thing. Okay, so Takopi, he, despite all of that I said about the darkness of the show, you had a character that brought light, and that's why I asked you, Dub, about as far as light in the show, because it took thing like, without Takumi in the show would have been like doom, and like it would have been doom and gloom, right? But it took things that were dark, and then you had this character that was so naive and so childlike that sometimes you couldn't even help but laugh. Like, Dub, you might know what I'm talking about, but there was a scene in the show where and I'm not going to spoil it for the audience, but there was a scene in the show that there was something that was happening that was really bad. But because Takapi was so like ignorant to life, or naive to life, I found myself honestly kind of chuckling. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I don't, but it's very possible I do. But I don't want to spoil. I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, but even still, did you find that there was things that were happening in the show, and you kind of like, he kind of took you out of it, but not in a bad way, but in kind of like, because remember, you're seeing it through his eyes, so you know what's happening, but he doesn't really fully
He's
grasp.
just so naive, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, they're in the chat talking about it right now. Yes, that's exactly the scene. Capral, MZ, welcome to the chat on the YouTube side. That is exactly the scene that I'm talking about right now, where something's happening and you're like, oh snap, this is serious. And Takopi's just walking around like playful, just smiling and stuff like that, and just it's very interesting, very interesting. Uh, Also, real quick, Capral in the chat, feel free. I know you probably see the QR code and links and stuff like that. Feel free if you are unfamiliar with Vivi to grab yourself a free collectible. Everyone that's new to the space and to the stream gets something free. So if you don't already have a Vivi account, they specialize in digital comic books and collectibles from big brands Marvel, Viz Media, Star Wars, Disney. So just use that link. You get $10 on me. You can set up your account and buy something that you like. Welcome to the show. But Dub, yeah. So that was. But I like that dynamic. I like the fact that it did have those light moments because once again, I feel like if it didn't have that, um, the show would have taken a completely different turn and just been doom and gloom throughout the whole thing.
It's possible, yeah. I mean, bro, the show's just so different from like anything that I've seen in the past like 150 shows.
Tell me why.
It's just the way that they approached the perspective of the main character is just different
Mm-hmm.
from what we've seen. And then I feel like I don't want to give too much away, but like the time loops
Mm.
are, like it reminds me a bit of Steins Gate,
Okay.
but overall, bro, it's so different. Like you haven't had time loops with this level of uh ignorance.
You say with ignorant.
Right.
Yo, you really
Like
gunning on Takopi right now.
it's not personal, but
Yo, he was mad ignorant, bro. Like he was doing stuff that was just like, yo, oh my
I'm just like,
god, bro. Like,
bro, you
what are you
why?
doing?
Yeah, yeah, but
But see, that's the
it
balance of
was
it.
so it
Uh
was
huh.
so it was so oh Jesus. Jeez. How do I put this? How do I put this? His
But that,
intent was
uh huh.
so well
It was
meant.
pure. It was
It was
pure. He had
so
pure
pure. It was
intentions.
so
Yeah.
pure. Like,
But you
but
see, mm-hmm.
bro, just no matter what, like, it's like, it's like he was, it's like he had everything he tried to do just, bro, it wasn't going his way.
Yeah,
It was so sad. It was
yeah.
so sad to see.
But you see how, and this is why I think it should win Best Director because thi- this is a very complex thing to pull off, right? Because you have this story that is very dark, right? Some pretty crazy things happen in it, and then you have this character that adds this level of comedic relief, and you're adding like this humor or this lightness to something that is not supposed to be light. And it's funny because I actually had a conversation with someone, with Falcon, actually, because me and Magic and myself was um do stuff like rate and stuff. We don't rate the shows here, Capral. We're kind of like just talking about it, and this is more so like a lead up to the Crunchyroll. I do have another show where we will rate anime and also Western shows called Toontown in Tokyo, which I do. Just tap into my X account and you can find my other socials over there. But yeah, I do have another show. But so, but going to the director, right, of this, and this is why I think it was kind of like very masterful on their part because I was talking with Falcon about and talking with Magic about potentially reviewing Grave of Fireflies. And somehow me and Falcon got to the idea of, how do you take this review and add like comedic elements to it? And I'm like, I don't think that that's possible. I don't think that I don't know if that's possible, right? But here's the thing. Is that not what they did in this in Takopi?
Yeah. I mean, I laughed a few times in the show for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I started saying this, like in certain levels, I feel like I was more affected by this than I was by Grave of Fireflies. And I mean, it has some very dark moments, but then you have this character Takabe that's just introduced, and it keeps it from like just from a storytelling point of view, it keeps it from being too dark. Where
Yeah,
because you can get
yeah,
to the point
for
where
sure.
like I don't even want to watch this because like this is traumatizing. While yes, this show is traumatizing, but it had a balance.
Yeah, it was like light and fluffy at the same time. It's like showing you
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness, what is whoa, whoa. Yeah. Even
Yeah.
episode one is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Episode.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
bro,
Episode
come
one was
on.
like a shocker. Episode one was like Game of Thrones. Episode one, where he pushed the boy out the window, like that. That
Yeah,
it was like
bro,
that
right?
type of.
Like,
It was like that type of shock. I was like, oh snap! Wait, what? What's going on?
yeah, what just happened? Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
crazy. I was
yeah,
like, wait, hold on. I need to watch episode two. Like, what
yeah,
happened?
yeah. True, true, true. But overall, you would recommend it to our audience to check out, and also too, do you have any disclaimers with that recommendation?
Yes, disclaimer number one. Uh, please make sure that you are in the right state of mind to watch this show.
Yeah.
Make sure that you know you're prepared to not be laughing and smiling at the end of every episode. Uh, it will make you think more than watching probably the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, um, phenomenal watch. I prefer or recommend you not watch it with anyone under the
Definitely
age of
don't watch.
18.
Yeah, definitely don't watch it with kids. Do not watch the show with kids.
Like, please. Um, but I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely recommend it for sure. It's a great watch. Great. It's only 6 episodes.
It's very
Like, how
short.
can I not recommend it?
Yeah. It was like and I think I was telling someone this. I got the last time I had a feeling like this after I watched something. This kind of like introspective feeling where I'm just thinking about a lot. Was when I watched The Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like I think it was partially also too because of the stigma that was going around. Because remember, like when that movie came out,
Wait. Hold on.
yeah,
Emoji, hold on. 2 seconds.
yes,
The doors are closing in under 2 minutes. If you would like a chance to vote on which prize choice we have tonight, make sure you enter into the doors. It is pinned to the top of the space. There are only 3 votes at this moment. An
def,
emoji.
mm-hmm.
We are wrapping this up in 2 minutes or less.
Oh, snippity
Two
snap.
minutes.
All right, make sure you
Shout
cast
out
your
to the
vote.
74 people in the space.
Make sure you cast the vote on the top. You said 74.
Yeah, if the people like to, hop out of the grease trap, that's fine.
Shout
That's
out to
f-
the new grease. Shout out to the new munch, bro. I'm loving it. Millie knows what I'm talking about. But like, so yes, everyone here, make sure you cast a vote at the top so we can decide the winner of a giveaway today. But yeah, this show, and it's funny because one of the I start the space off with music when we during the pre-show, and one of the songs that I played was actually the intro to this song. And it's so like it's deceptive, bro. Like it's so kid like, and rainbows and gumdrops and everything like that. And it takes you on a loop. and that's kind of like what this show does. But I would say honestly, if you're into drama, if you're into things that will affect your emotions, if you're into things that will make you honestly sit and think about life, I think that this is one of those shows that after you watch, no matter where you are in life, whether you're a parent, whether you're not a parent, whether if you deal with people on a whole in life, this will make you think about things, as far as just kind of like interactions with people and how your interactions may affect other people and how you may have been affected by different interactions. And so for me, I like that, right? Anytime a director or a writer can make me feel and make me kind of like take that story and internalize it and dissect things about my life, I think that they're doing an amazing job in art, and that's what I would consider this show to be, um, a beautiful art form. Like yes, it's a show, yes, it's entertaining, but I feel like it's a beautiful art form, and it's not just the visual display, it's the emotional one, the emotional display and how that affects you. So I would definitely give it recommend it, give it a watch, definitely check it out. But once again, I will second what OMW said. Be in the right mind frame to watch this. There are some very dark topics and subjects and things that happen in this show. Yes, it does do a good job in balancing out, the darkness with levels of humor and things like that. And there will be some things uh, that you will laugh at, but it is still at its core a pretty heavy show. Actually, I just want to say one thing to Kapral in the chat. ReZero is so they're mentioning ReZero. That's actually a show that's on that I do want to check out, and that's another one that's been nominated too at the awards. It's on season 3 now, so or season 4 actually, I think. So I probably won't make us, review it for the Crunchyroll Awards, but it's something I really want to tap into because I keep hearing really, really amazing things about ReZero. Like people say it's
You
like the
never seen
best.
it,
No, but everyone says like the best isekai like of all time.
bruh?
So
Yo,
it
Reezer are
is,
crazy. Yeah, that's fire, bro. Fire show.
yeah.
Fire.
It's
You should definitely watch it
so
for
I'm gonna
sure.
have to
I
watch
mean,
that. Hmm.
n- there's enough content so you don't have to watch it right now. And I think there's a new season that just started.
Hmm.
But yeah, dude, it's a really good isekai, like for sure.
Yeah. So
Watch that.
I'm thinking I may, check it out, especially now that I finished up Clever Test. So maybe if I do finish it in time before, because we got, a few more episodes before, Crunchyroll actually happens. Maybe we could do a ReZero episode because you already watched it. You're caught up, right?
I haven't watched the most recent season.
All right. So you got
Um,
you got one season to watch. I got four. So you think we could do
yeah,
it?
yeah.
All
Let you
right.
watch anime, bro. For yeah, he'll probably yeah.
All right, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. And if so, then we'll talk. We'll have an episode discussing that because I do really, really want to watch that show because I keep hearing amazing things about it. But I think we are closed up with the doors, right?
We are closed up with the doors.
Okay, all right. So do we have a winner?
We do have a winner, and it's also in the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna check that up. Check that out right now. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So I see your breakdown of what it is. I don't see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So while we have that, let's do this. I'm going to go here. Boom. Once again, for everyone on the stream, these are the handles to follow. If you are on YouTube, if you are on Twitch, make sure to follow those handles. This show is a live interactive podcast. So, yes, obviously you can talk in the chat, but you could even come in and be a part of the show and be on the program. If you follow any of those handles and then jump into the X space that happens during this time, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do run giveaways courtesy of our partners, VV Digital Collectibles. We're about to call a winner in just a sec. But also, if you're new here, we are giving away things to anyone just for being new. So feel free to use the links that you see in the description box or the QR code that you see on the screen, and you will get $10 for free to start your collection of comic books and digital collectibles from brands that you love like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. So feel free to do that. And while I queue up the winner, or how we're gonna determine the winner, Dub, you want to say something to our audience, real quick, just to give me some time to grab this info.
Yes, yes, for sure. Thanks for popping in, everybody. We appreciate it. I know it is a Thursday, so it is rounding out the week. So we appreciate everyone for stopping by. Also the 55 listeners down there as well. Thank you for stopping in. It is always a pleasure. If you accidentally joined anonymously, there is a little green checkbox at the bottom right hand on mobile when you join the space. If you uncheck it, you'll be able to join with your profile picture and engage with the community and these conversations as well. Because as Emoji said, this is an interactive podcast.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right. So I have the way that we're going to decide who wins the giveaway. Now, once again, the door that was chosen was door number three, correct?
Correct.
All right. So we are going to find out right now, live in real time, what was behind door number three. Now, once again, hold on. Let me bring this up. Okay. If you look at the screen at the top or the live stream at the top, I'm going to roll it right here so you can visually see who is the winner. But we're going to determine what was behind the door that you chose. Which door number?
Three.
Door number three. In. Oh, wait, no, my sound is not sounding. Okay, all right, hold on.
That was working
It's,
just
we're,
for
we're
you.
going to try this one more time. We're going to try this one more time. Make sure it's connected. Okay, let's see. That is not connected. Okay. All right, hold on. I promise you there will be a winner tonight. There will this is not a delay tactic. Up, there we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. I think we're good. Was that?
It sounds the same.
That was exactly the same. It was. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. All right, all right,
There
all
we
right.
go.
All right, so let's try this again. All right, we're going to decide, find out what was behind door number, what number?
Three.
In.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Behind door number three was likes and reposts of the live stream. Likes and reposts of the live stream. If you're doing that now, you are too late. All right, so we're going to find out right now. Once again, you do have to be here in order to win. And on the screen, what I see on the screen is Mahalo Hentai Joe. Is Mahalo still in the building?
Yes, Mahalo is here. Mahalo
Mahalo
is
is
here.
here in the building. Congrats, 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 congrats. As you can see, we rolled it right here. This is what it is. Mahalo, Joe. Congrats. So we got two winners so far for the night, Augustus and Mahalo. And did we ever end up actually getting Crunchyroll's handle in the space to unlock the other two giveaways, surprise giveaways?
No, it is not. No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, GG's. Better luck next time. We'll try for different people as well too. But we still got two giveaways for the night. I think that that's pretty solid.
Me too. Me too.
Indeed. All right. So, I think that will pretty much wrap things up. Let's go over here. Did you have any closing thoughts before we end the show for tonight?
No, I think this show is another banger. Great topic with an anime that's probably going under a lot of people's radar right now. They may look at that cover art and be like, "Yeah, I'll pass," but it's definitely worth taking that time and actually watching it because man, oh man, banger, banger.
Indeed. Indeed. And you know what? I think I'm gonna run that Takopi track one more time as we close out. So everyone in the space, sit tight. I'm gonna close the stream out, but I will close out to some music and for those that may have missed it, for what I was talking about before about this playfulness, I'm gonna run you know what's gonna be funny? I'm gonna run this Takopi track after everything that we just said about this being dark and depressing and and just
Oh, that's
traumatic,
funny.
and then I'm gonna run the track so they can hear hear the sound of our tragedy. All right. So, but before I do that, I just want to say goodbye to everyone on the stream. I'm gonna close down the stream. I will hold open space for a little bit, but if you are in Streamland right now, we appreciate you for coming through. My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co-host OMW and Nikki G, who she was having some family things, but she will be back. But we're sending love and appreciation to Nikki G, and hope all is well. But we do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have a pre-show at 7:30, so if you get here early, you might win something. Shout out to Augustus for winning something today.
Yay!
But until next week, we will see you later. Thank you for tuning in, and until then, take care, be easy,